My brother trapped me at the airport on the day of my mother's death. He had my flight cancelled, and by the time I reached home, my mother had already been buried. The family humiliated me. Then, I met a taxi driver who said, "That day, your brother gave me money and told me." This story is like a complex web, with each character, each witness, knowing something, but the truth does not come out until they all come together. The day my mother's health took a turn for the worse, it was nothing short of torment. My sister, who was always close to my mother, stayed by her side, and when she was taken to the hospital, my sister said to her husband, "Mother's condition is very bad. You need to take care of her." But she had no idea that, at the same moment, my brother was arranging to cancel my flight. I told him that you need to come right away, but he didn't come. The restlessness in his eyes was palpable and spread throughout the house that day. The girl from the neighborhood had witnessed how my brother hid everything at home. "I always thought he wouldn't do something like this," she said, "but when he kept lying about mother's condition, I became suspicious. When he returned, he said, 'I hope you can go home, but you need to come back soon.' He looked so uneasy." The girl knew everything, but she never told anyone. She remained silent. Yet when she shared this with me, I thanked her. His co-worker had once slipped and revealed something that I hadn't expected. He said, "If she knew, maybe she wouldn't have chased me. I always had to avoid her, and I tried to protect her." His words slipped out, but I knew that he knew the truth. In that slip of the tongue, I found the piece of the puzzle I had been missing. Later, the children told me about the day my mother was in the hospital. They remembered how my brother was clearly agitated in front of them. He wanted to say something, but he didn't. The children, noticing the change, told me, "We thought something was wrong, but we didn't ask." It was clear that the children had picked up on the unease in the air. They noticed that something was off, but children, in their innocence, tend to stay quiet as if everything is as it should be. At family gatherings, when everyone came together, the talk was always the same. My brother had done everything in his favor. "You know, he never told the truth," one person would say. "He knew what was going on," another added. "He always knew something wasn't right." These words came from everyone's mouths, and I listened in silence. Everyone was talking, but I couldn't understand why they had stayed silent for so long. Why had they not said anything before? They had all known, yet no one spoke up. In the church community, the same sentiments were echoed when someone remarked, "We all knew," but no one ever said anything. The truth had been right there, staring everyone in the face, but they remained silent. The secrets everyone kept hidden had now all come to light for me, but not without the pain of knowing that everyone else had turned a blind eye to it. The more I listened to others, the clearer it became. I realized that the truth was out there, scattered among the people who had witnessed everything. Yet, I had never been told the whole truth. I had always been kept in the dark, excluded from the knowledge that was shared among everyone else. And when the pieces began to fall into place, I could no longer stay silent. One day, I thought long and hard about how I should confront all of this. How should I make sense of what had happened, the betrayal I had endured, the lies that were told? I realized that my silence, in itself, had been the most powerful witness to the truth. I had stayed quiet for so long, but now I wanted everyone else to speak up. I didn't want to confront my brother directly. I didn't want to take matters into my own hands. What I wanted was for the truth to come to light, for others to admit what they knew. So, when the family gathered once again, at a dinner table during a holiday, I simply asked questions. "Is this true?" I asked them one by one. At first, no one said anything, but slowly, one by one, they began to speak. Each person had their own perspective, their own version of events. They started to share their secrets, their observations, and one by one, the truth became clear. The pieces that had been scattered across different people's lives finally came together to reveal the reality of that day. The lies that had been told for so long now stood exposed in front of everyone. It was at that moment, with the truth laid bare, that I spoke for the first time since all of this had begun. I never wanted any of this to happen, but the truth had to come out. It wasn't an accusation. It wasn't a cry for help. It was simply a statement of fact. The truth had been ignored for too long, but now it was undeniable. With those words, I closed the chapter. I said what needed to be said. I didn't need to explain further. The truth was there, and it was in the open now, and after that, I fell silent once again. If you found this story impactful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Your support means a lot and helps us continue to share stories that matter. Thank you for being here, and I truly appreciate each one of you for your time and attention.